Hello, 3x3 fans. Welcome to day two of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Bucharest stop. That's right, we're in Romania. We were here yesterday, we're here today, we'll be here tomorrow. And if you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. Pool play action took place earlier on today in the morning. We had 6 games, and now the show continues with this Pool B matchup Poland against CS Rapid Bucharest, the home team. Their first game of the day, but as I 6 games earlier on, and Poland participated in one of those games. They took on France and won literally in the final seconds, 17-15, thanks to some clutch 2-point shots from Bazan. So that's going to be your team roster for this matchup against Rapid Bucharest. It's good to see a solid crowd at Park Lake Shopping Center. We're not outside, we're inside. But you better believe the hoops are going to be just as intense as any outdoor street ball game, as we see Bobar and Limousin come into the scene there. These ladies are going to have to dig deep. Just a couple of days ago, they were the Orléans stop, and unfortunately, they didn't get past the quarterfinal stage. They finished 7th, and we saw Kukowski in that lineup. No show here. We're going to have number 6, Martina Petranije, who's going to be holding things down in the post for Rapid Bucharest. A nice eclectic group, this team. Players have top-level 3x3 and 5-on-5 backgrounds, including some world and European medals. And of course, the Olympian in Hortense Limousin. Limousin was leading in player value in Orléans. She was the second leading scorer, averaging 8 points per game, and had a great outing in front of a home crowd in France. She'll be looking to carry that same energy into Bucharest, as she's not Romanian, but still playing in front of a home crowd, so that is going to come into play for sure. It's always advantage to play in front of local fans, and I think we're going to be in for a treat with this first game of this lovely summer evening in Romania. So possession starts with Bucharest. Here we go, here we go. We are live. Zimborska to Talenga. Talenga kicks it out for the shot. No go. Limousin showing off the handles a little bit, letting us know what she's got in her bag. And that was a Bobar with the finish. So it's CS Rapid who will draw first blood, and Talenka from Poland to get us started. Earlier today, when Poland played against France, they started off the game a little bit slowly, but opened up later in the game, went on to win it with some clutch 2-pointers. And I don't think that's the defensive strategy here, but rather offensive strategy here. They want to put themselves in a favorable position as early as they can, as Limousin looking for angles, trying to kick it out to Petranije. You guys are going to have to bear with me as I try and pronounce that name. If she looks familiar, she is. Fun fact, she was proposed to and got engaged to her I don't want to say teammate, but it was a player from the Lithuanian men's team during a medal ceremony. And that was really cool to see. So she's coming into this stop energetic, ready to go. Limousin crossover. Goes back the other side, shaking off defenders left, right, and center. We're going to have a whistle on the floor, and that's going to be Poland's second foul now. Limousin not able to hit. Poland cleans up the boards. Bazan lane all the way to the basket. Strong drive from her. And that's going to be a nice head-to-head matchup between Bazan and Limousin as they deny the attempt from Bucharest. Bazan now fouled on her way to the basket. Will the attempt count? Yes, it does. And one opportunity for her. Let's take a look at that replay once again. Limousin trying to chase her down. Bazan sticks with it and earns a trip to the free throw line. Poland now with a 2-point lead. Bodar to get us started. Kicks it out to Petronija. Off the mark. Tries to get the boards. Zimborska denies. Telenga, she's on that low post. Spin move. Up and under. Basket good. And Poland have found their momentum as Petronija tries to get it in. There's a whistle on the floor. And Zimborska emphasizing that it was on the floor, not as she was taking the shot. So there will be no free throw attempts. Limousin will check ball up top. Bobar gets it to go. And we got another whistle on the floor as some substitutions. Petronija gets back into the game. Bazan. Such an incredible athlete and very fast. Zimborska, she's got it on the wing, fires, no go, chases down the rebound, kicks it out for a nice easy finish from Solarska. And that's a good job. Petronija tries to get to the hoop, but unable to finish. Bazan, top of the key. She's got space to take the two. She does. Not going to get there. Petronija clears it, tries to put it back up. We got another foul, and that's going to be Poland's fourth. And that's going to be the first time out of the game. Bit of a choppy start for CS Rapid Bucharest. Again, this is their first game of the day. As we take a look at some of these highlights, Poland looking limber, looking ready to go. And they've been phenomenal, not just in this stop so far, but really they are trying to carry the momentum that they had in the World Cup, the FIBA 3x3 World Cup that they played a couple of weeks ago. Had a great run there, got all the way to the semifinals and ended up losing. That should tell you all you need to know about the forte of this team. We got a travel violation called on Telenga. Hodar check ball, tries to hit Limousin on the back door, gets it to go. Telenga wants it in that low post, and she's banging in there, but they're going to call the foul on Petranaje. And she is doing her best to contain Telenga, but Telenga loves the contact. She doesn't avoid it. She goes right into it and does a great job of drawing the foul. Bazan at the wing, floats it into Telenga. Telenga shaking off two defenders, easy peasy, putting in the work. Limousin loses the ball. Podar comes to save the day, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Everyone lost track of the time, and decisions are going to have to be made much faster for Rapid. Shot clock is 12 seconds, not a lot of time. Zimborska goes all the way with it. Strong girl move. We like it. We like it a lot. Limousin at the base. Gets it to Bobar. Bobar can't connect. And Poland to clear. Bazan thought about it. Found a better angle. Fires. Misses everything. And that's a great recovery from Solarska, crashing the board, anticipating the miss. And she is great with those physical putbacks. Very valuable addition and player to have on the squad. Podar, could she go all the way? Yes, she does. Poland now. Just a 3-point differential with CS Rapid. And it's a handsy game. Another foul called on CS Rapid. They now have no more fouls to give. And that one will send Telanga to the free throw line. Telanga doesn't get to go. Cleans up her own mess. Puts it back in. Great post play from the interior player. And now CS Rapid, that lead is, oh, just as I say that, Podar sinks the two from beyond the arc. And it's a 2-point game. Bazan, 3 to shoot into Zimborska. Telenga, will she get it off on time? No. Petranaja disrupts. And just like that, Rapid is back within reach of Poland. And that's great help side defense from Petranaja. She knew that it was a mismatch against Limousin. Great team basketball. Podar gets it to Limousin. Limousin shoots one over the hands of Bazan. Zombarski. Got a holding foul on the floor. And it's a physical game. Two teams evenly matched height-wise. And dare I say, even IQ-wise. These teams have played against each other before, as Bazan called for another foul. Limousin doing a good job of leaning into the contact. And now both teams just one foul away from the penalty. 4:45 to go in this game. Poland up by 1. Limousin gets it to go. The fans love it. And now it's 8 points apiece. Scores tied for the first time in this game. And Poland started out with a great run. Rapid then took over, and they have evened out the score. Bazan pulls the trigger, can't get it to drop. And Petronaju on the boards. Rapid Bucharest, yes! Petronaju sinks the 2. And Poland's Zimborska with the quick response. The flow is happening, pulls the trigger, yes indeed, bang, bang. Petronaju, heat check confirmed. That shot is on fire. And Poland are feeling the pressure. They're giving as good as they're getting. That's a great response from Zimborska. Petranaja tries to go in again. 3 back-to-back-to-back points for Rapid Bucharest from Petranaja. And Telenga giving as good as she's getting. Petranaja, will she make that one? No, grazes the front of the iron, and we got a whistle on the floor. But what a volley that was between Poland and CS Rapid. And that's 3x3. You blink and you miss it. Two teams were going at it. We've got our second TV timeout, and the energy shifted palpably in this second half of the game. Taking a look at some of these highlights, these two teams going at it. Petranaja was feeling hot from beyond the arc. She was also finishing at the rack, and Telenga was fighting to keep Poland still in it. Rapid now leading by 2 points. Make that 1 as Telenga hits that free throw. Gets the second one to go as well. And we'll clear the ball, but seems we're having technical difficulties with the scoreboard. So we'll have a bit of stoppage time as we get that sorted out. And hopefully that doesn't disrupt the momentum of these teams. They were really going at it. The last 1 minute was a whirlwind of buckets. The teams will take the opportunity to have an unscheduled timeout absolutely necessary. Tactics might have to shift in this final 3 or so minutes of this game. If you're just joining us, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you make sure you get alerts for every FIBA 3x3 stop and 3x3 events. The calendar is jam-packed. You are spoiled for choice when it comes to what you want to watch. But this 6th edition of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series has been very entertaining, and the fans at Bucharest get to enjoy it live. And the rest of you at home get to hang out with me. If I didn't say it before, I'll say it again. It's your girl, Silale Shani, and I'll be with you this evening and into tomorrow as well.
Bine că era rapid un avantaj, dacă era invers ne acuzau că era manevră ca să scoatem din ritm și așa mai departe, că am făcut-o de-aia ca pe vremea când s-a stins nocturna cu PSG. Nu s-a stins nimic, gata, e rezolvat. Ai instalat deja iOS-ul, n-a mai stat la discuții. Pe la el a loc, tocmai când le-au spus să arunce, o să le oprească distracția.
Do bear with us with that technical difficulty, but it seems that we've got things sorted out and we're back up and running on the screen and on the floor. Bucharest with the possession. Limousin, shot clock violation. Bazan had her locked down. Suffocating defense, nowhere to go. As we have a tie game with 3:32 to go. Solarska gets it into Zimborska. Zimborska fade away mid-range, not going to get there. Limousin, she's just so quick with it, so fast, so tough to stop when she gets that first step going. And Poland missing the first attempt. Zimborska at the wing, fires. Not going to get there. Limousin cleans up the boards. And she's had a hot hand this game. It's a nice pocket pass into Bobar. Bobar will finish it. And just like that, wrap it up two. Zimborska gets it into the bigs. And that's a great defense from Bobar. No foul there, but Petrinaja is going to pick one up. And Solarska is having a tough time underneath the rim. Scoring, Zimborska as well. I have to give props, give credit where credit is due. Rapid are doing a great job with that paint defense. And now Poland had the opportunity to tie this up, but Zimborska misses the first free throw. Gets the second to go. It's a back to a 1-point game. Limousin at the wing. She's got space. Floats it into Bobar. Bobar off the glass. Excuse me, Petrinaje. And Poland down to Zimborska. Splits the defense all the way to the rack. Throws that on a highlight reel. Zimborska's elite scoring ability starting to come to the forefront here. Just over 2 minutes to go. Poland still trailing. Petrinaje knocks down the first free throw. And she's going to want to hit this as well to make it a 2-possession game. She does. Bazan on the wing. Bazan sees the lane. She's stopped by Limousin. Telanga off the glass. Will it count? Got a foul on the floor. Not a foul, it was a travel. And we have a timeout. And you look at the last scored points there. It has been a roller coaster for these two teams. Neither side either to pull away by more than 2 points. And with under 2 minutes to go, this timeout will be key to make some last adjustments to close out the game. Hodar to Limousin. Limousin gets it out on the wing. Bazan denies entry. Bobar wanted the pass. No, Limousin wants to handle business on her own. She's off the mark. Telanga crashes the boards. Zimborska at the wing. Gets it into Telanga. Telanga, she wants it bad, and she gets it. Rolls one in, and it's back to a 2-point game. And these two teams absolutely battling. Great left-handed finish for Bobar. Telanga, they're relying on the big to get them those easy baskets. She misses the first attempt, gets the second to go. And the pressure is building and building. Just over 1 minute to go in this game. And it looks like Bobar is knocked down by Telenga. Taking a look at that replay, Limousin, she is just so fast with it. So it's going to be 1:07 to go. 2 points difference. Zimborska fires. And if she had hit that, would have sent this Mall into a frenzy for sure. Petronaje. Petronaje is cooled off. She was knocking them down earlier as Zimborska muscling her way to the hoop. Scoop finish. Gets it to go. Poland now down 1. Such a battle. Limousin, stop and pop. Not going to get there. It's a kick out to Bazan. Bazan back into Telenga. Gets it to Zimborska. Zimborska puts on the jet straight to the cup. And it's game tied. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 seconds to go. Limousin. Oh, she is so good with that left-handed drive. And Rapid Bucharest have a lifeline here. Zimborska, crossover, pulls the trigger. No basket. 3.3 seconds on the clock. Rapid with the lead. And this is how you get the evening game started. Intensity on this floor is heavy. Rapid Bucharest 1 point away, or 3.3 seconds away, from getting their first win and starting off this campaign, this Bucharest stop on a high. Limousin looking like she wants to run that clock down. Bazan fouls and forces Limousin to the free throw line. And it could have been a good decision unless Limousin knocks down these free throws. Then it's going to be pretty much over for Poland in this game. Limousin gets the first one to go, and that's it. That will do it. Limousin wraps this game up and sends Poland away with a loss. First loss, so Poland won earlier against France. They lose this game. Bucharest delighted to get their first victory in front of a home crowd. happen. It's good to see a good turnout in the crowd here. Been very, very entertaining games. Before we started the women's series game of the evening, it was the FIBA 3x3 Nations League, Youth Nations League, that was taking place, and we saw Italy win it for the girls, and then Great Britain went on to win it for the boys. Both very, very entertaining finals to watch. And now we're back to watching the most elite female 3x3 basketball players going at it.
Let's give it up for Benin. Iar în continuare, echipa națională a statului Filipine. Up next, the national team of Philippines. Cu numărul 0, number 0, Mika Cacho. Cu numărul 26, number 26, Reynalyn Feder. Numărul 25, number 25, Alexis Pana. Și cu numărul 11, wearing number 11, Kair Pingo. The national team of Philippines.
And that's going to be Team Philippines on your screen.
Concursurile, activările de afară, așadar dacă vreți să verificați ceea ce
And
chiar în spate.
they've been very active in the women's series this year. 4 appearances at different stops, with their best performance being at Marseille, where they got into the quarterfinals and finished 7th. But we got to talk about their performance in the Asia Cup, and they achieved their best ever 4th place finish, narrowly missing a medal after some injuries impacted their rotations. Hopefully everyone has fresh legs tonight and can put their best foot forward as we get ready to get this game started. Cacho from the Philippines will kick things off with a check ball. Oh, and already showing off. Great dime from Cacho. Philippines, blistering pace to start off this game. Benin are going to have to wake up quick. 2 baskets for them. And now on the defensive end, Pingo strips Keita of the ball. And listen, Philippines are not the tallest teams, but their energy never disappoints. They play with the biggest hearts and fundamentally sound, despite not having traditional post players. They really do their best to get the job done, as Benin's Husu is fouled on the way to the rack. Oh, it was a travel call, not a foul. And Philippines, Pana, looking good from beyond the arc. Already warmed up. Listen, this Philippines team looked good and ready to go from the whistle as Chukwuka finally gets Benin up on the board, snatches down the rebound, kicks it up for the 2-point shot. Way off. Chukwuka's pocket now picked. Pingo gets it back out at the wing, pulls the trigger, rims out. Pingo, no problem. She's right there. Clean up her own mess and the putback. Philippines now with a quick 4-point lead. And we are barely into this game. Husu tries to get it off before the buzzer. And I think Pingo got a piece, so that was very short. Pingle to Pana, also nicknamed Lexi, as Cacho is fouled on her way to the basket. She'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Taking a look at that replay, she had her woman beat, and Keita had to do something. Cacho misses the free throw, manages to keep it alive. Pingle, a fan favorite, trying to float one into Cacho. Keita was right there with the steal. And now sending back into Keita. Keita is trying to kick it back out for the shot. No. It's a scramble for the ball, and it's going to be Benin possession. As we take a look at the replay, Pingle, such a scrappy defender. Clutch perimeter defense. Cacho on the wing. Kicks it out to Lexi. Lexi fires off the mark. Tries to keep it alive. Keita. She thought she had a clean look at the basket, and the ball once again stripped away from this amazing Philippine defense. Cacho gets it to Alexis Pana. Pana loses the ball. And again, ball stolen. Look at the great play from Tan Toy. If she was about 2 feet taller, she would have definitely ooped that. The basket is a basket, as Oseni not able to complete the play before the buzzer. It's a 5-point game here, 7:24 to go. Philippines have clean hands, no fouls. Benin 3. Pingle tried to go all the way with it, was too strong off the glass. Keita on the baseline, finger roll finish is good. Now wide open, Tantoy misses everything, but the ball, it bounces off Keita's body. She's well placed, just didn't expect the ball to come at her that fast. Pingle, hesitation, tries to go all the way with it, right into traffic. Such a fearless driver, Kay Pingle. Long time top Filipino 3x3 player. She's a dog, but has been plagued with a couple of injuries these last several years. So it's good to see her healthy, good to see her on the floor looking in fine form. She gets that free throw to go as well. Going to have our first TV timeout. Benin got some things to figure out. Just 2 points for them in almost 3 minutes of play. They've not been getting to the positions where they can score. Now, keep in mind, Benin is ranked second in Africa. They're defense first team, but they didn't get that position in Africa for no reason. It's not luck, it's hard work. So once they make the adjustments that they need to, it'd be good to see them give Philippines a run for their money. Keita, too strong. And Pingle kicks it out to Cacho. Cacho tries to go all the way with it. Throws up a prayer, not going to get there. And Pingle, this has got to be her third or fourth steal. She is getting it done. Keita all the way. Benin 3 points. Chukwuka kicks it out. Hosu back into Chukwuka. No, Pingle tries to get a handle on it. And Benin getting good looks at the hoop. They've just not been able to complete the plays. They're rushing shots and missing bunnies. These are shots that they should be making and opportunities that they should not be missing. Pana now at the wing, gets it to Cacho. Cacho, head fake, goes all the way in traffic, and She's hacked. But you gotta love the aggression from the Philippines. You can see that head fake. She's got 2 on her, no problem. Second wedgie of the day. Yes, I'm keeping track. Cacho hits the free throw. Gets Philippines to 8 points. And now Keita, a baseline J, is off the mark. Cacho at the wing. She's got Oseni on her. Kicks it out to Pingle for the 2. Pingle almost loses her fitting. Gets around Keita. Oh my goodness. The execution. The skill. Cacho into Pana. Pana reverse lay-in. Philippines are off to the races. Pingle almost loses it off her foot. And Philippines doing a good job of spacing out the floor, getting Cacho enough space to do what she wants, and yes, she does. Philippines now at 11 points. Benin stuck at 3. Keita trying to change that. Yes, she does. Count it. Pana, she's got space. She fires. And that's going to be a foul on Pingle as we have some quick substitutions. Raynalyn Fair, also known as Tan Toy, checks into the game. Husu on the check goes straight at Tan Toy and is rewarded for her aggression. Tan Toy right back at you. Keita kicks it out for the mid-range pull-up off target. Chukwuka doing her best to fight for that possession, to battle for the boards and give Benin those second chance opportunities. But the Philippines, even though they're significantly shorter, are being very active around the rim. They're boxing out. They're crashing the boards. Again, this is a team that doesn't have any traditional post player, but are not letting that slow them down. Great steal. Tantoy from downtown. Count it! And again, from the other side, shot looks good, couldn't complete it. Keita at the corner decides to go the drive and the rejection from Lexi. Philippines are on a roll. Cacho knocks that one down, and the Philippines now have a 10-point lead. Tantoy out to Cacho, pulls the trigger. Bang, bang, no. It's a dead shot. And the Benin are looking like they're starting to fall apart here. Philippines gracefully slowing things down a bit. Cacho kick out for the shot. We've got a foul on the floor. Is it offensive foul? Yes, it is. Benin take the charge, and we got our second TV timeout. Philippines have got the Benin on a chokehold. They are unable to get the shots that they want, and they are looking winded. Back to the action. Husu at the wing. Great spin move. And Chukwuka bangs in the second opportunity to score. Oseni to get things started for Benin. Right idea, just couldn't execute it. And we now have got Cacho pushed out of bounds. Is it going to be Philippine ball?
7 seconds left on the shot clock. Mika Kachu.
Yes, it is.
Nice backdoor pass.
They've got 6 on the shot clock. Philippines are going to have to shoot it. And they lose the handle on it. Chukwuka will clear. Spin. Great strong move from Precious Chukwuka. And Benin are now at 8 points. Also earns herself a trip to the free throw line. Precious misses the first attempt, misses the second as well. Grabbing herself some old boards and a bucket. Chukwuka doing a really good job of cleaning up the boards and now feeding her teammate for the nice kiss off the glass. Ferrer from downtown. Not going to get there. Keita out, wants it back in. She's got the positioning and the bank is wide open. Pingle. That is why she's the #1 player in the Philippines. Her bag goes deep. Oseni with the putback. 3 white jerseys in the paint, and they are rewarded. Cacho now kicks it out for the 2 ball. Way off. Pingle on the rebound, and both teams looking a little bit flustered and fatigued at this point. But the pace of this game has been just so fast as Kate Pingle, she has to be leading in steals in this competition. Does it time and time again. That time she puts the Jets on straight to the rack. Philippines 18 points. Pingle with another steal. She keeps it alive for Cacho. Cacho gets it into Tantoy. Will she complete the play? Yes, she does. Philippines looking like a championship team. And Cacho looking to finish up this game. No. Benin are winded. They are sluggish. They've got no juice left in the tank. As Oseni knocks down the mid-range, under a minute to go, Philippines could finish this off in 2 possessions, and they are on track to do so as Kate Pingle picks up another foul. Benin, call for the timeout. These ladies are exhausted. They need it. "50 seconds to go in the second game of the evening. Philippines have dominated from the opening whistle, but Benin have been putting up a fight as well, especially that young lady right there, Keita, doing the Lord's work in that paint. Cacho, kick out Pana. Pana could wrap this up. No. And now Pana will pick up Philippines' 4th foul. Oseni gets it to Keita. Keita fires. Keita gets it to go. And we've said it before, she has the range. Cacho, she thought Tantoy was in the corner, and she got wrong. 18 seconds now on the game clock. Benin down 4. They were slowly chipping away at this lead, but I don't think they'll have enough time to close the game out with a victory as Oseni chases the ball down, tries to keep it alive. 9 seconds left on the game clock. and Pingle, they're going to get the ball in her hands. She's taking her time with it, trying to run down the clock, and she does so successfully as the Philippines, their first game of the day, looking mighty good. They had the energy, they had the execution, and they didn't give Benin any breathing space, literally, to play that they way they wanted to. So that's the final score up on your screens. Philippines 20, Benin 16 points. All right, let's get back into the action. Up next, we got a Pool C matchup between Ukraine and Azerbaijan, and it's Ukraine who come out to the floor first. Ukraine had a game earlier on today where they played against Singapore, and they won that game decisively, 21-13, and effectively ending Singapore's chances of advancing to the next stage. But guess what? Ukraine has a very strong chance of moving on to the quarterfinals, but they'll have to contend with Azerbaijan first. As Azerbaijan start heading onto the floor, this is a squad that has had an easy, not an easy road so far, but a dominant road. I think that would be a more accurate word for them. Earlier on today, they played against Singapore and they won that game 22-10. That was the fastest game that has been played today so far. And even during the qualifying draw stage, they were a force to reckon with. And that is largely in part to the efficient offense that they've been playing with and the performance of their offensive orchestrator, the floor general herself, number 23 on your screens, Arika Carter. So let's see if that dominance will continue into this matchup against Ukraine, who ranks among one of Europe's top 3x3 nations. In the previous game, Ukraine was putting on a ball movement clinic. They were operating like clockwork. Their rotation off the ball was phenomenal, and they really can be the poster child for motion offense, if you ask me, in this stop so far. Let's see if they can carry that momentum into this matchup against Azerbaijan. If you're just joining us, it's your girl, Silale Shani. I'm your host for the day. And hit that like button on this video. Let us know where you're watching from. We're reading the comments. I see you guys, see what you're saying. And it's good to have you here with us in Bucharest, Romania, as we take you through the action of this 8th stop of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series. Game time! Here we go, here we go. Tetiana. Too strong off the board. We got the nice fadeaway. Tetiana with a second chance. She's right there at the rim. Great job at finishing. And Azerbaijan with their first real challenge in the post. They've not really been able to be challenged in that low post area thanks to Frazier and Mollenhauer's great basketball play. Not to mention Ulyanova as well. Kosmaj gets it to Tetiana. Tetiana off the mark on that one. Mollenhauer in the wing. And it's going to be the first foul of the game called on Ukraine. Azerbaijan ball. Frazier gets it to Arika. Arika pulls up from mid. And Azerbaijan still scoreless with 1 minute gone in this game. Handoff to Liashko. Liashko fakes the pass, tries to put it up. Wasn't able to get over the long arms of law of Brianna Frazier. Meanwhile, Frazier, great seal. And Azerbaijan now up on the scoreboard. Dubnyuk debating her options. Has to let it go before the buzzer. Not the best shot. And Ukraine's offense has been disrupted as we see a holding foul on Liashko. She knew Ulyanova had that mismatch on her and decided she didn't want that smoke. Frazier! Finally meeting her match. Great defensive play from Tatiana. And we take a look at the replay. Frazier managed to get the pass, but the denial from Tatiana. And I think we're going to enjoy that matchup in the paint as another turnover from Frazier. Dubnyk not going to get there. Ulyanova chases it down, pulls up from the mid. And Ukraine's usually squeaky clean offense is looking disrupted. But just as I say, that clutch 2-point ball from Kosmach, 3 points for Ukraine. Azerbaijan quick to respond. Ulyanova keeping them within arm's reach. Kosmach from the wing. Misses everything. Ulyanova couldn't get a handle on it. About a minute and a half of game played here. Ulyanova, one step too many. She thought she was going to give the ball over to Carter, and Carter just hesitated a little bit too long. So it's going to be Ukraine ball. See Liashko. Liashko fires. Liashko chasing the rebound down. She's trying to get Mollenhauer off of her. Decides to kick it out. Back to the wing. Liashko comes up short. And the last time these two played each other was back in 2024 at a Baku stop. And Azerbaijan lost to Ukraine. Now, this is definitely not the same Ukrainian team that we saw in 2024, so changes have been made. And we've talked about the unpredictability of 3x3. So really this game could go any way as Liashko getting it done on both ends of the floor. Teammates need to reward her with an assist as Carter heat check. She's been quiet in this game so far. And Azerbaijan need her to play and need her to be more of an offensive threat as Ukraine now make this a 3-point lead. Liashko. Liashko. Two-piece. Good. Long pass into Frazier, and she had to lean out to receive the ball. They're going to call the travel on her, and it's going to be our team out. A short break for these two teams as Azerbaijan are struggling to score. Again, they've had much easier opponents in their journey to this game right here, and they're going to have to crank it up a notch to get to the level of Ukraine and be more competitive against this Ukrainian side that is leading by 5 points. Dubnyk. Tatiana! Very legit threat in that low post area, and Ukraine snatch the ball back, convert. 9 points Ukraine, Azerbaijan 2. Tatiana to Dubnyk. Dubnyk back to Tatiana. She pulls it back up and scores the 2. I don't think she meant to hit that. She had her foot on her line, so they're going to count as a 1-point play, but I don't think that was an intentional shot. Was it? Let me know in the comments. Either way, the odds are definitely in Ukraine's favor. As we take a look at the replay, Tatiana and Erica Carter getting tangled up. Ukraine now 4 fouls. Azerbaijan keeping it a clean game. Mollenhauer. She had 2 on her. A lot of defensive pressure, and they're going to call another, or rather the first foul on Azerbaijan. 7-point lead for Ukraine. Great handoff. Dubnyk trying to shake off Carter. Carter challenged the shot, made sure it didn't get to its target. And Azerbaijan down by significant margin, a position they've not been familiar with in this Bucharest stop. Frazier, fade away, draws the foul. Frazier gets the free throw to go, and a quick transition offense play. Azerbaijan have to stay with it. They can't afford any defensive lapses as bucket counts for Erica Carter. And an opportunity to make this a 3-point play. Take a look at that replay once again. And strong core. It's tough to get those kind of buckets from beyond the arc. Hits the free throw. 3 points for Erica Carter. Liashko hesitation behind the back pass to Tetiana. Tetiana almost didn't expect it, but the ball's going to be poked out of bounds by Erica Carter. So possession will stay with Ukraine. Kosmak has to throw it out to beat the buzzer. And Azerbaijan have managed to cut this lead to 4. And as I said earlier, if Carter didn't come to play, it's going to make things very hard for Azerbaijan. When their core unit of Frazier, Mollenhauer, and Ulyanova are not playing well, on top of that, Carter is not giving them the offensive output that they need. It becomes a very long day for Azerbaijan. Frazier gets the free throw. 3 points for her so far in this game. Has had a much higher output in other games as she knocks down the second free throw. Ukraine now in the penalty, so they got to keep this game very, very clean. Dubnyk, she's got Mollenhauer on her, and she knew that, trying to get it high off the glass, no go. Mollenhauer for 2, no good. Komach almost loses it. 4 minutes, 19 seconds to go. Ukraine up by 2. Not too long ago, it was a much higher margin, and Ukraine will be trying to create some more space as Azerbaijan fight to stay in this game. They're going to call the foul on Dubnyk, and again, Azerbaijan are in the bonus. No correction on that. I do stand corrected. It's going to be Ukraine ball. Tatiana receives it. Tatiana working her way to the cup. Mollenhauer did just enough to prevent her from being as effective as she usually is, as Erica Carter playing some nice bully ball on that baseline. Tatiana trying to reintroduce herself. No, kicks it out for the two shot. Two is not going to get there at all. And Dubnyk did not have the legs to close it out as we now take our second TV timeout for the game. Erica Carter goes all the way. Clutch. Clutch play from Erica Carter. And Azerbaijan are now tied up with Ukraine. Look at the steal from Ulyanova. Gets it back to Carter. Carter's feeling good, but can't get that 2-point to drop. Dubnyk tries to float it into Tatiana. Great find from Dubnyk. Great court vision. And Brianna Fraser trying to return the favor. Tatiana hung on to her. Figured she'd take her chances with a foul and not get a guaranteed bucket, because once Fraser has that angle, it's go time. Fraser knocks down the first free throw. Evens things up once again for Azerbaijan. Gets the second to go as well. Azerbaijan, their first their first lead of the game. And Ukraine and Azerbaijan, you look at their last scored points, they have been trading baskets. And we knew this was going to be a battle for these two teams, as Fraser misses the angle on that shot. First, don't succeed. Try again. Fraser gets the bucket for the second attempt. Dubnyk trying to create some space. She's got Mollenhauer on her. Try to find Liashko, and she just lost an idea of where she was on the floor. That defensive pressure from Mollenhauer is doing wonders against Ukraine's guards. They've just not been able to make the way they're used to. Tatiana not able to stop Ulyanova from closing out that play. And now Azerbaijan, a 3-point lead. Spin move from Tatiana, gets her own board, tries to put it back up. It's a foul by Mollenhauer, and she earns a trip to the free throw line. She'll only shoot one attempt. And you have got to give points to Mollenhauer and the defensive pressure that she's giving, not just the guards, but really whoever she is on. As Tatiana misses that free throw, and let's hope it doesn't come back to haunt her. Liashko with the steal. Dubnyk with the two. The two ball is good. 1-point lead for Azerbaijan. We got a foul on the floor. It's called on Ukraine. Oh, on Azerbaijan. And the intensity starting to really pick up in this game as we start to get to the 2-minute mark. And got an accidental scratch there. It's good sportsmanship. Liashko looks okay. You know what they say, no blood, no foul. Now that's for the streets. Remember, we're inside a mall. street ball inside a mall. Dubnyk. She's got 2 to shoot. Goes all the way with it. Great play from her. And Frazier thought she had the seal on her, but that was great defense played from Dubnyk to front her in that way and get in the passing lane. Make sure Frazier doesn't have an easy look at the basket. It's 16 apiece. Another game that could go down to the wire. It's going to be our third game that has been tight like this all the way down to the final couple of minutes. We saw it earlier with China against Italy, and again with CS Rapid Bucharest against Poland. And that just seems to be the trend today. You like it, I love it. Kosmach to Tetiana. Tetiana at the top of the key for the 2-ball. My goodness. It's a movie in here. Ukraine now with a 2-point lead. Frazier not able to hit that 2-point shot. Kosmach, they've got time on their side. And they're 3 points away from closing out this game. Tetiana decides to take her chances from beyond the arc. She was way, way off. Frazier at the elbow, looking to get a ball into the hands of Carter. Carter drains the 2, reminding us why she is clutch. Ice in her veins. That's a cold, cold shot from Carter. And the points are now 18 apiece. Over a minute to go. Liashko. Liashko lets it fly, doesn't get it there. Ulyanova gets it to Frazier. Great defensive play. But Azerbaijan managed to keep it alive. Carter could go all the way. She does. 1-point game. And Liashko from downtown. Yes! Anzelika Liashko keeping Ukraine in it. Frazier receives the pass so well. Game is tied up again. 1 point to win it. That's all one of these two teams need. Who will it be? Liashko with the runner. Chasing down the rebound, not going to get there. Carter now has it at the wing. Floats it into Frazier, and this will do it, ladies and gentlemen. It was a battle down to the finish, but Azerbaijan stuck with what they know best. And what they know best worked. They were persistent. And even though they were down, they were consistent in their style of play. They turned up the heat and walk away with the victory, 21 to 20 points. And that's going to be the hardest game that Azerbaijan has played so far in this stop. And they will come out on top of Pool C and have guaranteed their ticket and slot to the quarterfinals. Enjoy these highlights. This was quite a game. Was so nice. You got to see it twice. We got some more basketball action on your way. Don't go too far.
Jersey wearing number 12, Julia Soler. Let's give it up.
And there you have your lineups for this next game. Italy taking on Madrid. And Madrid, talked about it earlier, but in case you missed that in the previous game that they played against China, where they lost by just 1 point. This is Spain's B team in the women's 3x3 series. Spain, a perennial 3x3 powerhouse, constantly placing top in the women's series. But guess what? Their star players, the Iggy's, the Viva Las Vega, they're getting up there in age, and these are players that might retire from 3x3 within the next 3 or 4 years. And you got to ask yourself, who's got next? I'll tell you. It's this squad right here for Madrid. They'll be playing against an Italy side that played earlier against China, and they won that game 17-18. And they'll be bringing that energy into this matchup here. China, tough team to beat, so kudos to Italy. And they expended a lot of energy winning that game, but that's 3x3. You got to have that stretch, or you won't get very far. And trying to see who draws first blood here. Dali. Fade away, not going to get there. Madrid's Gervasini gets the ball back at the wing. Ooh, she had the angle on the pass, and great recovery from her. And Madrid are moving that ball around. Gervasini is fouled by Frustacci, and it's going to be Italy's first. And these two teams have faced each other before in the Vienna stop, and in that one, Italy won. So Madrid will be looking for redemption in this matchup. And that's just great basketball, great ball movement, patience on offense, and you get the reward. Italy with a quick response. Soler from downtown. Soler, the bounce and the bucket, gets Madrid a 2-point lead. Dalia all the way to the rack. Gervasini kicks it in. And Madrid doing a great job of spreading out the floor for the wings to have angles to the open lane. And I love the spacing. I love the discipline. I love the patience. Madrid are so patient with the ball on that wing. They're looking for the best options as they now take a 2-point lead against Italy. Defensive foul called on Soler. Battle of the bigs in that low post. Guess who won it? Maria Roters. And she now hand it off. But Olajide disrupts that movement. Olajide, she's out on the wing. Loses her footing. Manages not to turn the ball over. And Italy's Frustacci was unable to create enough space to comfortably release that 2-point shot. It's a 2-point game here. Almost 2 minutes down. Half a second on the shot clock. Frustacci tosses it up. They're going to get set up again here for Staci now with more time to spare. Dalia. Dalia from the wing. Dalia showing off her handles, showing off her bag. Bump, creates space, not going to get there. Madrid looking to convert this possession. Soler from downtown. Soler off the mark. Gervasini chases it down. Hard baseline drive for the reverse bucket. And Madrid operating with some good momentum here. Despite the physicality, despite the great defensive pressure coming in from Italy, Madrid now have a 3-point lead. San Martino to get things started. A jab and a cross. But Madrid anticipated, they saw it coming. They collapsed in the defense. Soler and Roters, yeah, they should give each other a high five. That was great defense from them. Roters to Soler. Gervasini, spin move! Gets it to go. Drops it in. And Italy now down for Dalia. She's trying to create enough space for that shot. It is denied by Madrid's brilliant defense. San Martino, does she get it before the buzzer? No. No, no, no. Reuters kick out to Soler. Soler, nice find for a cutting Ana Palma. Now Frustaci trying to bring Italy back into this. The shortest person on the floor grabs that board like a full-grown man, but couldn't complete the finish. And now Madrid, momentum all the way on their side. It's a 5-point lead. We take a look at that replay. It's going to be a foul on Madrid. And we have our first TV timeout. Italy not looking like the team that we saw that played against China, a team collectively probably twice their size. But again, they expended so much energy in that matchup. And you can see Dalia looking a little bit out of breath. But this team is going to have to dig deep Dalia gets it to Frustaci. Frustaci tries to find Olajide, and Madrid are anticipating everything. A good heads-up play from Dalia, kicks it out for the two ball all day. Roters not able to complete the play, though she had her woman beat completely. Frustaci now gets it into Dalia's hands. Dalia, dish, Olajide, bucket. Soler trying to find cross pass, dangerous cross pass to Roters. And you can see the fatigue starting to check in for both of these teams, really. Been a quick game, very fast paced, high energy, up tempo. Dalia loses the ball. Great defense from Roters. Frustaci gets it back, kicks it out to Dalia for the two. Corner two won't go. And Olajide will go down to the floor as another foul has been called for Madrid. This will send Beatrice Olajide to the free throw line. And she's gonna try and stop the bleeding for Italy and has the opportunity to make this a 3-point game. Olajide gets the first one to go. Mission accomplished for Olajide. Clutch free throws for her. Gervasini hits the front of the iron, gets it to Ana Palma. Ana Palma too strong off the glass. Italy making sure Spain don't get those second chance opportunities. Frustaci tries to go all the way with it. No, Gervasini denies it. Goes out, tries to hit the 2-point shot. And Madrid starting to cool off as Olajide's for Italy is heating up. She wants it. Sammartino tries to keep it alive, throws it right into the hands of Roters, and they are moving the ball so well, Madrid, to find Gervasini right underneath the rim. Olajide decides to take matters into her own hands. And those are some reliable hands, if I do say so myself. 2-point game, Madrid still up, but Italy clawing their way back into it. Gervasini goes all the way. Foul in a basket. And taking a look at that replay, she bumps Olajide just enough to get the space and the angle she needs to get the shot off and draw the foul. Gervasini hits the free throw. Dalia, great find in that low post. Gervasini. Step back two is good. Madrid, 18 points. Dalia doing everything she can to keep Italy's hopes alive in this game. Ana Palma throws it out for the clear. Gervasini will slow the tempo a little bit. She knows they've got the momentum on the side. They've got the edge of a comfortable lead with just over a minute to go. Madrid can afford to slow this game down and now be really intentional about the plays that they want to do. We've got a final timeout on the floor called. Let's see what changes these two teams will make coming back into this game. Yep, they're gonna call a travel violation on Reuters. The mind was willing, the body was weak. Brain moving faster than your legs. Dalia on the wing. They've got 5 seconds to shoot. Olajide comes up short. Kick out to Gervasini. Gets the screen from Soler. She's got the wide open middle lane. She takes it all the way. Basket no good. It's going to be a travel call. 45 seconds to go in this game. And Madrid can afford to give that turnover. Gervasini shrugs it off. She knows it's on to the next one. She knows that Madrid just need to hang in there for the next 40 seconds. Dalia not able to hit. It's chased down by Fustachi. Gets it back into the hands of her point guard. Dalia, mid-range is good. 4-point game. And Italy are going to need some clutch twos to dig themselves out of this hole. Ball chased down by Soler to keep it alive. Italy with the attempt. 2-ball is good. But we had a whistle before the attempt as Olajide looking like she was hit hard. Wind knocked right out of her. She got her final timeout of the game. And she looks like she was hit in the neck. If you're a hooper, we've all been there. Feels a little bit like death. But she'll pull through.
Adjusted to 6.7 seconds. Italy in the penalty, but they need to play the free throw roulette here if they can.
6.7 seconds on the game clock. Madrid are in the penalty, so are Italy. So every foul will send the players to the free throw to shoot 2. Madrid, Gervasini, she's been very effective from the free throw line, has been able to convert so well. And if she knocks this one in, it's going to be super tough for Italy to make a comeback. She does not. Italy still have a chance. Olajide, they're going to go for the 1-point play. She misses the first attempt. And Soler does her very best to make sure there is no second attempt and sends Madrid with their second victory of this evening. Fantastic basketball for them. They fought hard. They executed so well. And excuse me, it's going to be their first victory, actually. They played earlier in the day against China and they lost by 1 point. So this win means that much more to them. They knew how important it was to get this victory to increase their chances of coming or topping Pool A. And at the end of the day, we'll check out the final results of all the pools to find out who moves on to the quarterfinals. But Madrid, case in point, put on a show. The desire in this game, the level of heart with which they played, they were active on both ends of the floor. Aggressive slashing to the basket. Gervasini carried the team for a good chunk of the time, but really it was an all-round effort by all players. Made it for some very entertaining 3x3 basketball. Listen, we're not done for the day just yet. Philippines versus Seattle is coming up, but first we're going to have an entertainment break. Don't go too far.
Avem alături de noi două artiste de la Circul Metropolitan București care sunt gata să vă ofere un moment de pură poezie acrobatică, unde forța interioară se ascunde în spatele fiecărei mișcări line. Aplauze și gălăgie pentru Sara și Taheira! în cele ce urmează ne pregătim de următoarea partidă, penultima partidă a serii din cadrul competiției Women's Series, unde Rapid București va întâlni echipa Franța. Pentru penultimul meci al zilei, mai devreme, Rapidul s-a impus în fața Poloniei. 21 au câștigat fetele, iar acum am nevoie încă o dată de sprijinul și aplauzele voastre pentru următoarea partidă. Și ca să ne facem încălzirea și mai bine, nu putem altfel face decât cu trupa de majorete iSports Dancers din Ploiești. Aplauze și gălăgie pentru Lumi, Teo, Anelis, Elisa, Ștebi și Bianca.
Shigidi, nakufa, hoi, wikidi, ay, mama, shigidi, conky, fire, moto, liquidi, oh, mama, tetema, ¿qué problema me va? Oh, mama, tetema, la curiosidad, oh, mama, tetema, lo que tengo ahí atrás, oh, mama, tetema, la electricidad, oh, mama, tetema, tipo, tetema, oh, mama, tetema, ay, atiende, tetema, oh, mama, tetema, shuka, tiene, tetema, oh, mama, tetema.
Ne-am făcut încălzirea pentru următoarea partidă pe care o are de disputat echipa Rapidului cu trupa de majorete iSports Dancers din Ploiești. Mai avem puțin timp până la startul meciului, prilej cu care vă reamintesc că evenimentul din Park Lake Shopping Center este organizat de Sport Arena Streetball în parteneriat cu CS Rapid București și susținut de către BCR, Mastercard, Nike, BCR Leasing, Omnia Sig, Tissot, Horizon, Candia, Porsche Interauto, Pepe Pepper, Brick Depot, magazin certificat Lego și Federația Română de Basket. Partenerii oficiali ai FIBA 3x3 la acest turneu sunt Wilson, Dior, More Than a City și Ulaanbaatar Amazon. Un weekend plin de competiție, un weekend plin de basket aici pe terenurile din Park Lake Shopping Center. Pentru cele două competiții pe care le desfășurăm în cadrul turneului de aici, FIBA 3x3. Avem FIBA 3x3 Women's Series și FIBA 3x3 Youth Nations League la categoria sub 23 de ani pe terenul de aici din Park Lake Shopping Center. Mâine este ultima zi de competiție, o zi care din nou va fi împărțită între competițiile Women's Series și Nations League, cu începere de la ora 10 și 45 de minute, când vă invităm din nou să fiți alături de noi pentru o nouă zi plină de basket, o nouă zi în care puteți susține echipele naționale ale României, atât la masculin cât și la feminin în cadrul competiției Nations League și în funcție de rezultate puteți de asemenea să susțineți și echipa Rapidului în cadrul competiției Women's Series. Pentru turneul Women's Series, Bucureștiul s-a alăturat pe harta evenimentelor și este parte din nou din circuitul mondial profesionist feminin FIBA 3x3 Women's Series, alături de orașe precum Amsterdam, Viena, Baku, Jakarta, Edmonton, Bordeaux sau Shanghai. După 3 ani, Bucureștiul este din nou parte din circuitul mondial, așa cum vă spuneam și mai devreme, iar la acest turneu sunt prezente 16 echipe din 15 țări de pe 4 continente, printre care au fost prezente și 2 echipe din România. A mai rămas una, ieri am văzut la treabă echipa Team Bucharest, iar astăzi a intrat la scenă Rapidul Paulina Francelin. Number 13, Maria Milapi. Wearing number 33, Eva Wembaniama. And wearing number 99, Jasmine Zodia. Ladies and gentlemen, the team of France. Iar acum aplauze și gălăgie pentru Rapid București! Aplauze și gălăgie pentru numărul 8, Alexandra Boba! Make some noise for number 3, Hortense Limousine! And also make some noise for number 6, Martina Petrenaite! Și încă o dată gălăgie și aplauze pentru numărul 23, Alina Poda! Aplauze tare, tare și gălăgie pentru
All right, all right, all right. There you got your team rosters for this next matchup between CS Rapid Bucharest and Team France. France earlier on in the day played against Poland and lost. And then Poland came back to beat CS Rapid as well. So Poland are topping Pool B. It's going to be between these two teams and the results of this game to determine who moves on for Pool B into the quarterfinals. So the stakes are high, and you can expect this game to have that same level of intensity.
Începând cu ora 10 și 45 de minute, să ne întâlnim tot aici pe terenul din Park Lake Shopping Center pentru a treia și ultima zi de competiție din cadrul celor două turnee organizate aici. FIBA 3x3, we have FIBA 3x3 Women's Series and also we have
Rapid Bucharest, the home team, just managed to squeeze by Poland. The final score of that game was 21-19. It went down to the very end, and it was team play that got them through. But got to give a special shout out to number 6, Martina Petrinaje. She's a newcomer to the squad from Lithuania and still adjusting to a faster and more physical style of 3x3, but she's been a valuable asset for CS Rapid Bucharest that has an eclectic squad of ladies from all over Europe. Talk about France, Lithuania, Bucharest as well. So we're going to be in for a treat tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but how will they handle the fast-paced France? France will be relying heavily on Wembanyama to control the boards, but they've also got Milapi and the recent addition of Zodia, who brings a strong physical inside presence. So Bobar are going to have their work cut out for them in that low paint area. Milapi to get France started. Zodia poked away Milapi's second chance. We've got a holding foul called on Rapid. Zodia kick out to Francelin. Francelin, she's got the step on Limousin. And it's France who draws first blood. Limousin, right back at you. Chases Francelin out. Again, that's going to be a nice, fun head-to-head matchup to enjoy between Limousin and Francelin. Very similar style in play, extremely, extremely fast. And their playmakers, they control the tempo of the game. And both have high basketball IQs. So let's see who comes out on top between those two as Zodia misses the free throw. Milapi with the putback. Milapi will head to the bench, get a break. Francheline checks back in for France. Limousin fires. Petronage wasn't there to help her recover. As we see some more substitutions from both sides. Milapi at the elbow. Gets it to Francheline. Francheline back into Milapi. It's going to be Rapid picking up their third foul. And it's not been even a minute yet. So adjustments will have to be made on Bucharest's side to make sure they don't get into foul trouble too early. Again, 3x3, it's very common for teams to get into the penalty area when it comes to fouls. Podar, handoff to Limousin. Limousin gets the screen from Petronage, kicks it out to Podar. Podar, shot fake, goes all the way with it. She's fouled by Zodia on the drive. And France pick up their first foul. Podar can't get that one to go. And France now spreading the floor. Milapi trying to get the angle. She's sealed Podar. Bump, fade away, not going to get there. Zodia chases down the boards. Milapi finishes up the sloppy work. And that's a tough, tough play from Petronage. Taking Milapi head on. Couldn't get the bucket to go, but earns a trip to the free throw line. Petronage connects on the free throw to 1-point game. Zodia, she's got Petronage on her. Nice, pretty mid-range shot. Very beautiful stroke on that. As Limousin, the battle of the point guards. Oh! Wemby gets it back. Nice, easy lay-in. Petronage gets enough space, takes that shot, and she is a lethal catch-and-shoot player. You don't want to give her any breathing space from beyond the arc. As she's called for another foul, she thought she got all ball. But the referees are keen. They saw what they saw, so we got to respect it. So that's going to be CS Rapid's fourth foul. France just with 2. Milapi got a foul, pushing foul underneath the basket. And Milapi has got her foot on the necks of these Rapid defenders. She is positioning herself and wanting it in that low post over and over again, confident about her ability under the rim. Speaking of confidence, Wembanyama gets the 2 ball to drop. And Limousin, teammates are not giving her too many options. And to scramble for the ball. I didn't quite see who it went off of last, but here's the replays. Take another look at it. And looks like last touch was indeed Limousin, so it's going to be France ball. Milapi into Zodia. The bigs trying to get things done. Zodia makes that one count. That low post scoring, doing wonders for France's scoreline as Podar high off the glass, unsuccessful. Francheline denies any other opportunities for them to attempt as Bilapi is having a heyday, unstoppable in the paint. And France now sitting on a comfortable 7-point lead, but we know how 3x3 is. That's a lead that might seem a lot, but there's so much time left on the game clock. So Rapid Bucharest make the right adjustments coming out of this timeout, and they could close the gap fairly easily.
Timeout is gone. France against Rapid Bucharest here in Barclays Shopping Center. France is in front, up by 7. Time to reach the score with 6:49 to go. Possession for Rapid by Petrinaite. Left side is Limousin. Drive to the basket. Back to Bobar from 2 points. Bobar blocked there by Milapi and Wembanyama with the possession from 2. No, Zonia with the pass for Milapi gets the foul. Another team foul for Rapid. Concheline 1-1 with Limousin. Zodia back for Wembanyama. Wembanyama from 2. Not this time. Limousin with the rebound. That's from behind. Limousin 1-1 with Francheline. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Pass for Petrinaite from 2. Yes, sir! 2 more points for Rapid. Francheline finds the block. Petrinaite is up. Let's get a round of applause for Martina Petrinaite. And make some noise for Rapid! Limousin drives to the basket with the left hand. No basket now. But Pollard with the rebound. And Pollard gets the foul for Rapid for France. The 4 team fouls for France. Al 5 pentru Franța. Rapidul se poate întoarce în joc. 5 puncte diferență. 9-4. Are spațiu, are culoare. Pune vârful pentru Rapid pe tabelă. 9-5. Rapid apărată de Boba. N-au spațiu.
CS Rapid now in the penalty. So France is going to score, attempt 2 free throws. Five-point game, France in the lead, 5:39 to go. Milapi, clutch free throws from her. And France now at 12 points. Limousin at the top of the key. Petronage She's a strong threat from the perimeter. Wasn't able to connect on that shot. And Limousin, she's got that ball on a string, trying to find Petronage on the cut. And Wembanyama disrupts the pass. Great defensive effort from her. Milapi floats it into Zodia. Zodia misses the pass. Bucharest making sure that France does not recover. And it's going to be Franceline to inbound against Limousin, a player that I'm sure she's played with before. They're both French. Zodia with the mid-range too. Milapi with the putback. And she is so active around that rim, securing the boards, getting the second chance opportunities to score. Limousin kicks it out. Pudar for the two. Not going to get there. And Franceline will let it go out of bounds so that she can check it up top. Kick out to Zodia. Zodia gets it back into Wembanyama. Wembanyama not able to execute the pass. Petronage now gets it to Podar. Podar sends Wembanyama to the floor and goes all the way to the rack. Rapid fighting the way back into this game. Not if Zodia has something to say about it, though. Limousin lay-in. 4:18 to go. 7 points. France up. And Milapi bumps Limousin out of bounds. It's going to be rapid ball. And it was accidental. Again, no love lost between Limousin and this France squad. Players I'm sure she knows and are very familiar with. Petronage from downtown. No, Zodia cleans up the mess. Now she's got Limousin on her. Decides to take things out, and that's going to be a travel. And that's a rookie mistake. She should have made that quick read of the mismatch between her and Limousin and backed Limousin down underneath the rim. But it's something that I'm sure that she'll make a correction on and adjust for the next play. As we have our final timeout here. Zodia is comfortable with that mid-range shot, though. She doesn't hesitate to pull up. Limousin at the logo, Petronage from downtown. Petronage! Hand down, woman down. It's a tough shot from her. Milapi, I'm sure, will want to revenge. And Petronage doing her best, getting her hands up, trying not to body Milapi too much, but it's going to be another foul for France. Limousin cross, switch to the left hand, wasn't able to complete the execution of the play, and you can see her frustration. She needs a breather. She'll go to the bench, have a seat, have a breath, and Podar is dishing out all kinds of instructions. It's good to see her leadership come into play with this team. She brings national team experience to the Romanian squad. As Wembanyama makes it happen from the free throw line. Back to a 7-point game. Petronage manages to keep it alive. Hands off to Podar. Podar drive, cross, fade away. Strokes it with so much confidence. And Podar has really come through in the clutch for Rapid Bucharest as we've got an offensive foul called on Milapi. Going to be France's 7th, so that'll send Rapid to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Muzan kick out to the wing. Podar, she's got space for that shot, decides to go in instead, kicks it out to Petronage. Petronage, step back. Oh my goodness. Putting them up, knocking them down. Petronage is on fire. CS Rapid just 4 points down now. It's a 2-possession game. Francheline, unsuccessful. Limousin looking at her options. She's got Petronage on the top side, decides to get it in all the way. Limousin, her ability to finish with the left and the right makes her an absolute threat when she's driving down the lane. And Francheline right back at you. Limousin, beautiful finish for Limousin. The crowd loves it. And I do too. As Wembanyama goes down hard, it's going to be a foul called on Podar. And that'll send France's best free throw shooter right now to the line. Rapid still have a 3-point, make that 4-point deficit to chip down. With 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock, Eve Wembanyama has been money from the free throw line, so she's not the player you want to foul, especially with the situation that CS Rapid is in when it comes to fouls. So France will get the possession. Francheline turns the corner. Hezi goes all the way. Can't believe she found her way to the hoop and tossed it right up. Too strong off the glass. Limousin now up, under. Fouled. Limousin hungry for the win. If they win this game, it will be their 2nd victory of the day and will send them to the top of Pool B. But France have had the momentum on their side for the better part of this matchup. Limousin hits the free throw. 3-point game. Milapi off the mark. Now Petronage, nice, threading the needle to find Limousin. 2-point game. Milapi makes it count. France now just a whisker away from victory. Limousin gets it out to Petronage. Petronage off the mark. Wembanyama now has it. Francheline back into Milapi. And Petronage doing a great job battling in that low paint against Milapi. Francheline, she could wrap this game up. No. Is it going to be Milapi? No. Petronage doing her best to slow down France from advancing in this game. And you can see how much her teammates appreciate it. Look at the battle for the boards. Nothing comes easy, especially against this French squad. And she earns a trip to the free throw line. If she makes both of these free throws, it could be a 1-possession game. Petronage gets the first one to go. Martina Petronage, 1-point game. Plenty of time on the clock. All they need is one bucket from beyond the arc. Limousin with the steal. And the time. Trying to shake Wembanyama off of her with the lay-in, and it is. Scores tied. Wembanyama, night-night. No chance this time. She calls game. And that was great quick transition offense from France. Understanding the situation, understanding that they need just that one quick bucket to send them over the bridge and to get them this victory. As you see them high-fiving each other, that great show of sportsmanship, but that was a great game to watch France hang on to win it against CS Rapid. And now there are going to be some close head-to-head matchups to find out who comes out of Pool B to advance to the quarterfinals. Final score, France 21 points, CS Rapid Bucharest so close, but so far lose by 20.
Prezentarea celor două formații. Vom începe cu echipa națională a Filipinelor. Up next, you're about to meet the national team of Philippines. Cu numărul 0, number 0, Mika Cacho. Numărul 26, number 26, Rain Allen Fede. Cu numărul 25, number 25, Alexis Bana. Și cu numărul 11, wearing number 11, Kai Pingol. The national team of Philippines. Dar în continuare echipa ce reprezintă Statele Unite ale Americii. And up next, the team representing the United States of America, Seattle 3xBA. Cu numărul 2, number 2, Carly Littlefield. Numărul 24, number 24, Madison Scott. Numărul 1, number 1, Sydney Taylor. Și cu numărul 23, wearing number 23, Olisa Yuzmi. Let's give it up for Seattle 3xBA. Arbitrii pentru această partidă, the officials for this game, Lavinia Gheorghe din România, from Romania, and Alex Stalisainen din Estonia.
All right, it's last game of the day. Pool D matchup between Philippines and Seattle. And we're going to find out who starts off with the possession. It's going to be Philippines. And Philippines defeated Benin earlier on today. And Seattle, to be very honest, looking like a championship team. They could have a very deep run at this stop. And their squad of essentially Ivy League players have been performing with high IQ basketball, a strong level intensity. There was concern about their ability to adjust to the 3x3 style of play. That concern is gone. They are operating like a well-oiled machine. And they will now take on the Philippines as both teams battle to advance to the next stage tomorrow, the quarterfinals. Usby gets the first point for Seattle. Philippines kick out to Cacho. Cacho rejected by Usby. Taylor hits the front of the iron back in. And this is a team that reacts very quickly on transition, whether it's defense or offense. You cannot have any lapses when playing against Seattle. Pingle takes on Littlefield. Not able to get one off before the buzzer. It's going to be Seattle ball. Taylor. Heat check. Not yet. And Scott battling in the low post. Seattle now up 3. Pana gets it in. Nice finish from Tantoy. But it's not going to count. Littlefield gets it out to Scott. Scott into Usby. Scott has it outside, hands off to Littlefield. Littlefield tries to go all the way with it. Nice finish from her. Not afraid of the contact. Tantoy, also not afraid of the contact. Nice one-legged finish from her. Littlefield now at the top of the key. Thought about passing the ball out, decides to scoop it out herself. Usby beats her defender, blows by her defender. I think that would be a more accurate description as Tantoy buries the 2 ball and then hustles back on defense to deflect it out of bounds. Seattle now 11 points to Philippines 4. Cacho, she's got Scott in her. Scott rips the ball right out of her hands, kicks it out to Littlefield. And Pingle goes tumbling to the floor, but she looks okay. So BK Pingle on the check. Hand off to Pana. Pana back to Pingle. Philippines in a very unique situation, not having a traditional post player, but that doesn't seem to be a problem for Pana. Shakes Usby right off her. Taylor kick out to Usby. Usby grazes the front of the iron. Pingle cleans up the trash. Oh, look at the one-handed putback. Tantoy. Pingle. No foul called. And collided with Scott in the air. Pana puts it up, knocks it down. Usby, quick response. But Philippines finally giving Seattle some competition. And Seattle have had blowout games so far, almost all of them. But it's a 5-point game here against the Philippines as we have a timeout called by the team in white. Got some things to iron out. So it'll be Littlefield to inbound the ball, gets it to Usby. Taylor fires. Not going to get there. Tantoy gets it to Pana. Pana thought about the pass. Tied against it. Has to toss the ball up before the buzzer. Again, 3x3. You can't take too much time thinking about your next move. The clock is tick-tocking away. Scott now out to Taylor. Taylor, no go. Cacho gets it to Pingle. Pingle is fouled. It's going to be Seattle's second. K. Pingle to Cacho. Spacing not as good as it can be for the Philippines. Pingle trying to create her own shot, uses too much time. Couldn't get around Scott. And Seattle forces another turnover for the Philippines. Littlefield. Wide open shot. Easy peasy for her. Now it's a kick out to Littlefield. Littlefield, just such a quick player. Beautiful find for us to be making it easy for her bigs to get those buckets. Drawn in the defense, drive and dish. Textbook work here. Pingle, she's got Scott on her. It's going to be a double dribble. And that defensive pressure from Seattle is really making Philippines guards extremely uncomfortable. And it's going to be a foul. I think Usby picked up the foul. We take a look at the replay over here. And yeah, I think she got a elbow to the jaw. But good to see Ferrer, a.k.a. Tantoy, get back up. Never want to see a player get hurt. Pingle on the wing. Gets past Taylor. Wasn't able to finish up the play. Corner 2 from Taylor. And Usby again and again, just so reliable for Seattle as she feeds Scott for the play. Alyssa Usby, that has to be my MVP for this game, possibly for all the games that we've seen so far. She is just really doing it all for Seattle. Former North Carolina standout, and recently joined 3xBA in America, but her physicality and court vision make her both a primary defender, and even though she's not a point guard, she is a playmaker. Led the University of North Carolina in rebounds. So listen, this is championship pedigree and star power in Alyssa Ustby, who was anchoring Seattle in this matchup against Philippines, now up 9 points. Pingle, kick to Pana. Pana unable to shake Taylor off of her. She's got 1 second to shoot. Pingle doing her best underneath the rim. Taylor, great steal from Usby, but was off balance receiving the ball. And now better angle, more space to finish the play. Seattle 2 points away from finishing up this game, and they are one of the top teams with the fastest game times. They make quick work of their opponents. Trying to wrap this up. Who needs 10 minutes when you can do it in 7, when you can do it in 8? Scott with the putback, not going to count. Got a foul before the attempt, and that's going to be Philippines' 4th. Madison Scott heads to the free throw line, and she was a first-round pick by the Dallas Wings. So this is a WNBA pedigree on the floor right here. Unfortunately, she was waived and decided to take her talents to 3x3, and she's been giving her opponents a very warm welcome with some outstanding performances in the games and great shows of sportsmanship, if I do say so myself. Always willing to help out her opponents. We saw her talking to her Benin counterpart as well in that matchup and encouraging her. Stuff that we love to see. Pingle kicks it to Cacho. Cacho lay-in. Basket doesn't count. 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Seattle just need one possession. Scott not able to close out the game. Tantoy with the ball. Gets it to Pana. Pana tries to shoot over Taylor. And we know Taylor likes finishing up the games. I know she's going to want to take this last shot. Doesn't get it to go. Pana fires. Pana knocks it down. And here comes Taylor. Spin. A great defense from Mika Cacho. And now Littlefield to Scott. Back to Littlefield. Littlefield, foul and a basket, but the free throw isn't needed because that will do it. It's more than enough to close out this game as Seattle continue an unbeaten run at this Bucharest stop. Taking a look at the final score, Seattle 3xBA 21 points, Philippines 11. And Seattle continuing to establish their dominance at this Bucharest stop. And that will be the last game of the day of pool play. Such a treat to have all you lovely fans join us, whether you're watching online or those at the mall. Do some shopping, watch some basketball. What better way to spend your weekend? Listen, tomorrow we get into the quarterfinals, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that as you enjoy some of these highlights. So that will wrap things up. Taking a look at the pools, the first two teams in each pool will now advance to the quarterfinals, which will be played tomorrow. Seattle and Azerbaijan, the only two teams to not get a single loss. So that's going to be your quarterfinals bracket for the elimination stage of this Bucharest stop. You don't want to miss it. The games kick off at 4:25 p.m. local time tomorrow. So make all the adjustments that you need to do. Thank you for kicking it with me. I'm seeing your comments. I'm seeing the love. I'm seeing the recommendations of learning the French names and the correct pronunciations. I will work on that. That's it from me. See you all tomorrow. Slali Shani.